Hello everyone. Welcome to Unit 6, the last unit in our class. You're almost there to the end. Hang on, just a few more things to go. I know you've been working really hard this summer and it's tough in the summer because everything comes at a faster pace. But hang in there. I'm really pleased with the quality of the work from the students in this class and your dedication to getting things finished on time. So in this unit, we're going to be focusing on creating, and I almost use the term writing, but it's gotten so far beyond writing when it comes to creating that I think that's almost a limiting term. But really, we're focusing on all the ways that students can create their message and share it with other people. Writing is definitely at the heart of those ways and probably the most common and the one that is the most deserving of our instruction as teachers, but I don't want to leave out creating, videos and podcasts and anything that really gets our ideas out to other people. So that's the objectives of this unit, and we'll focus on helping students not only to get their message in a format they can share with others, but if they add other pieces to their work, how do they give attribution to images or other things that they borrow? We'll explore this idea of remixing and using that process to create something that's your own. Really, in this concept of creating, I want us to think about how we get that message in a format that both shares our ideas and is easy for others to understand. So it's the two-part process, I guess, when it comes to creating, is to know what you want to say and how you want to say it, but also to be able to keep your audience in mind. I know that's challenging for children at many levels. They're very egocentric still, especially when they're younger, and so it is challenging for them to be able to step out of themselves and think about, well, how do I need to share that in a way that my audience will really understand what I mean as I'm creating something. So that's where the support of a teacher really becomes important. So whether students are writing a letter to the editor or a letter to someone else to convince them to do something, or they're making a movie version of their science fair project, or they're writing a script for a podcast, all of those activities follow a similar creating kind of process. And in the past, I would have said all of those things follow the writing process, but it really is a process that can be applied to other aspects of creating. In this unit, we're going to focus on resources and activities that will help you be able to prepare students to create in a way that create projects in a way that lets other people really get a handle on what students are wanting to what ideas they're wanting to get across. So we have some things to view in this unit. We're past reading, right? We finished our book, so there actually are no reading assignments in this unit. It's all viewing, and you'll see kind of a variety of things here for you to view. So George Lucas, the producer, has a really interesting video on visual literacy, which we've been focusing on information literacy, digital literacy, web literacy. Now we're going to toss the visual literacy into the mix. And then I also like the writing in the digital age as a way to really look at how writing is similar and different as we integrate technology into this process. And then plagiarism. I don't know about you, but it's a topic that forever needs a focus in a classroom, even at the college level. So there are some resources that I want to share with you that will help to kind of simplify the idea of plagiarism. And then the multidisciplinary performance task slide presentation, that's something that you'll use for one of our assignments coming up. I'll explain that right now. So this assignment, the goal is really to help you feel what it's like for students who are taking the new Kansas Multidisciplinary Performance Task Assessment. So that video that I pointed out on the previous slide is from the State Department of Education here in Kansas, and it will give you an overview. And some of you may know this already. You maybe have given this assessment to your students, but maybe there's more that for you to learn about the background. And if you haven't given this assessment, it's good for you to know what students are doing. So our activity or our assignment we're going to do in this class mimics what the children are doing when they take this state assessment. And you'll see a description of that. You'll be actually reading and viewing some resources. You'll be pulling out the main ideas and then putting these into a written form. And so there's two parts to this assignment. The first part is we all start with the same set of resources. And then the second part of that assignment is you'll be writing a piece that is either informational, argumentative, or persuasive, or narrative. And you won't know which of those you're going to be writing until after you've looked at the resources and you've kind of made an outline or picked out what's important. And once you do that, once you submit that part one, then you let me know with an email and I send you part two. And it's going to be a little bit different for each person because you won't know which text type you're going to be writing, which is exactly what students are doing when they're taking this assessment. So I wanted you to feel what that's like, kind of that unknown as you're gathering information. You don't really know what your purpose is yet until you get your text type assigned to you, which comes in part two. And then we're on part 5 of the inquiry project. So in Unit 4, or by July 16th, you will submit part 4, which is the digital version of your project. And you will see in the assignment description for part 5, you're partnered up with somebody. And so you'll need to share your projects with each other and then give feedback. And there's a specific form in there for giving feedback on the project. And so you'll give that feedback directly to the person, but you'll also submit a copy of the feedback to me so that I can give you credit for that. Same version of the feedback, just goes to 2 different places. Now that takes us to the end of our course. So everything's due by July 19th at midnight. I will let you know that sometime around the end of the course, and I don't know exactly when that's going to be, you'll receive an email asking you to evaluate the course. And that course evaluation is very important to me. I will use your feedback to help make the course better. You all are benefiting from the people from last semester who took the course and their suggestions, and I used those, incorporated those to make the course better. So I do appreciate your feedback. I do really hope that you will complete the online course evaluation. I won't see that for a couple of weeks, and so please know it is anonymous, but your feedback is really valuable to me. It helps me to be a better teacher, and that's my goal, as well as your goals in your own classroom. So I'll say thank you ahead of time for helping me to do that. All right, take care.